Joining us right now on the Harbor One Hotline, the host of You Better You Bet and an Audacy sports betting insider, one of our favorite people, Nick Kostos. Insider calls are presented by BetMGM. Check out all the latest lines now on the BetMGM app, and be sure to listen to the You Better You Bet podcast for more of Nick's analysis. All you have to do is search You Bet wherever you find your podcast. Hello, Nick.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
How you doing today?
I gotta tell you, I'm doing great. Doing great.
Why?
Well, it's Friday,
Yep.
which is awesome.
Uh-huh.
We've engineered our football season on You Better You Bet, where we have a ton of guests booked, the Hayes in the Barn, all the content's pretty much done. It's the stuff we've talked about all week. So my Fridays are really relaxing.
Oh.
I had a great night last night betting. We had Ronnie Bell first touchdown at a huge price, gave it out at the end of the show yesterday, and I think a lot of people were really happy about that. So, yeah, everything's good right now, man. I got no complaints.
All right, well, let's get to Sunday and the Patriots.
Was that the answer you were looking for?
Yeah,
or no?
I mean, I'm interested in you and your life and what goes on, so I'm excited to hear about your Friday.
Yeah, and and we got some stray cats. I feed the stray cats in our neighborhood and fed them an hour ago, and that always brings me a lot of pleasure and joy. I enjoy that.
Wait, hold on. Every day you go out and feed the stray cats?
Every day. I knew, I was I don't think I gave him enough there. Let me give him this. I think this is really good. Yeah, I feed the stray cats every day.
What do you give them, some of your Red Bull?
No, first I don't need Red Bull, bro. I have one cup of coffee at 7 a.m. and then one right before my show. No, I go and buy cat food at the when I go and buy groceries on Monday morning every week.
Sound like my mama. My mother used to do that, kid. Feed the stray cats and then keep them. You bring them in?
We had this happen a month ago, so I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. Stray cats, you know that they're stray because when you walk up to them, they will look at you and they're scared of you and they will run away from you even if you have food. So about a month ago, this is actually at the end, maybe about a month ago.
Okay.
Feeding cats at the end of my neighborhood, right? And this one little cat pops out of the woods and runs right up to me and rubs up against my leg, a very young cat. This is not a stray cat. This is a lost house cat. So the long and short of it is, feed him for 2 days. He follows my wife and I home all the way up the block. We end up taking him in for a day. I go to Target after one of the shows and I buy a litter box and kitty litter for a day. I haven't been on Facebook in years. I go on Facebook to the Lost and Found Cats in Staten Island.
Right.
Post a picture of the cat. Someone has lost the cat in my neighborhood. We brought the cat back to the person that lost the cat.
Wow.
And now I think because of that, I think we are now going to get a cat.
Oh, wow.
Go for a dog.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't you prefer a dog?
Oh, I was never a cat person, but then now, because there are no stray dogs in the neighborhood, and the cats are they're helpless, and helping them, was really great. And then this cat was really special. We really liked the cat, so I never thought I would get a cat. Yeah. And now I think I'm a cat guy at age 40. This is how I know I'm way over the hill and washed up.
Listen, it's a very nice thing. We used to work with a person who fed the stray squirrels, Curtis.
Tito.
Yeah.
Yes, the stray squirrels, I feel you may have to go into a padded room. That's a little weird.
It was actually the only Tito's that was around Greg and he didn't have it.
That is so stray squirrels, these things have rabies. Yeah, that I would not be into.
All right. How do we bet this game on Sunday, Pats, Jets?
Yeah, I think it's Patriots or nothing for me. I don't even know how you get to the point, and I know your audience won't feel this way, but to get to the point where you'd want to click the button to bet the Jets. So just from a point spread perspective, and curious what you guys think about this, right? I think 3 is probably the correct number in the game. Patriots favored by 3. And that's basically where we're at right now. If you're out there and you're thinking wow, the Patriots offense stinks, it has no speed, you're right. And maybe the Jets defense can play really well and keep the team in the game. On the other side, you've got Zach Wilson, and everyone wants to bring up the trend, right? The Jets are 0-14 in the last 14 against the Patriots. Man, that's pathetic. What I'm more interested in is Zach Wilson's 0-4 against Belichick, 2-7 touchdown to interception ratio, 51% completion percentage, and averaging 3.9 yards per attempt, which is absolutely brutal. So maybe the Jets defense plays well enough to keep them in this game. I can never click that button on the Jets because of how bad Zach Wilson is. I think the Patriots win. I think they get their first win of the season.
All right, awesome. What else do you like this weekend?
Oh, man, I like a lot this weekend. And I think I hate every team that I like. Just going to make this a really pleasurable Sunday. Nothing makes me happier than putting my money on good human beings. I can't wait to bet on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns this weekend against the Tennessee Titans. The point spread now tells you that the betting market's completely turned on this team, right? They were favored on the road in Pittsburgh on Monday. Now they're only a 3-point home favorite against Tennessee. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. I know everyone in your guys' area loves him. Also, Cleveland should be a 5-point favorite favorite in this game. I laid it with the Cleveland Browns. I bet the Denver Broncos. I bet against them the first 2 weeks. Needing them to win by margin is one thing. Now you need them not to lose by a lot on the road in Miami, and I think Denver will be up to the task in this particular scenario. So give me the Denver Broncos plus 6.5. Let's wait to see if Jalen Waddle clears concussion protocol. If he does, this will go up to 7, and we can get 7 with the Denver Broncos. Last one, I'll give you 2 quick ones here. I hate the Chargers. I hate Brandon Staley. Guy's a total fraud. Got bullied by the media into no longer making like really great in-game decisions. Also, they're a pick 'em on the road at the Vikings, just like never. They're so much better than Minnesota. I'll take the Chargers. And then I think Sam Howell's good, guys, for the Washington Commanders. I think Washington's going to be spicy in this game against Buffalo. I like Washington plus the 6.5. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington won this game on Sunday against the Bills.
Especially if there's a hurricane coming through. It's going to be a low-scoring kind of drag-em-out game. I don't hate that. So you mentioned the Chargers-Vikings game,
Thanks,
Nick.
Professor.
You're welcome, Curtis. You mentioned the Chargers-Vikings game. So the total right now is 53.5. I understand. I'm fully aware that over 53.5 is the squarest bet of the weekend.
You're right.
But can you explain to me why I wouldn't do it?
Yeah, like it's because it's astronomical, and like you can get there obviously, but like one play goes awry against you. So let's say like first possession of the game, Vikings go down the field, they're marching, Cousins gets picked in the end zone, like you lose, like you probably just lose at that point with the total this high. So I'm not telling you like it can't go over, just that I think the reason why it's coming down a little bit is because it's so high and it leaves you very little margin for error. So listen, it could be 35-31, that could happen. It could also be with these two stupid teams and the way that they perform in the red zone at points. This could also be like 27-24 and you barely go under.
This could be you're from New York, so I assume you're a Seinfeld guy. This could be a total...
What does it have to be like you're from New York? Do you guys like Seinfeld?
I love Seinfeld. Seinfeld's one of the greatest television shows of all time.
Yeah, not everyone here likes Seinfeld, believe it or not. I this might be hard to believe. A lot of really, really dumb people in New York.
No.
Yeah, I believe
that ain't hard to believe. Don't worry about it. We know that ain't hard to believe.
So this may be a Costanza type pick where I'm going to go opposite of everything that I see, because I am seeing more red flags with the Chicago Bears than any other team that I've seen in quite some time. And yet 12.5, I kind of want to take the Bears plus 12.5 because the Chiefs offense hasn't been good. I know I'm going to be against the public here because everybody's just going to bet on the Chiefs to cover 12.5. And this may
plus
be
you
like
got a quarterback who's going rogue. He's just going to play football.
Yeah,
and
that
not
and
listen to anybody.
It's like a kitchen sink week for the Bears, where they're just going to kind of throw everything they can.
Yeah, this is like your chicken salad on rye game, I guess. Here,
Exactly.
What was it that tipped you off to the red flags? Was it the purported FBI raid of the former defensive coordinator?
That and the fact that GM came out and said we're not panicked at all.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, I said this last week when I picked Tampa against them. Like Arizona's the worst team because Arizona's like actually the Bears are trying to win, which makes it even sadder. Arizona's the worst team. The Bears are the second worst team in the league. And like at some point, I think we can all just say, I don't know why people like feel so uncomfortable saying this. Justin Fields is bad. Like it's over. Like it's over. He stinks. He can't.
Hey, watch him out there.
But why
he
is
plays for a horrible organization.
God,
They're
but like-
destroying this kid.
Wiggy? At some point, if you're the quarterback of a team, like don't you have to win some? He never wins. He never
won
wins.
some games for them last year.
But they had the number 1 pick in the draft.
No, they gave it away.
But they had it. They had the number.
Well,
They earned the number 1 pick in the draft.
That's
He's
my
terrible.
point, Nick. That's my point. That's how stupid they are. They got the number 1 pick in the draft, and rather than add some weapons around them, they decide to trade it away. That organization is a joke. And that's why you got the feds running up in there. It's probably because they're like,
I don't know if that's the reason, but yeah.
it's probably like, listen, it's probably some of them feds are Bears fans and like, enough of this crap. We're running up in there and we're
Wiggy,
taking everybody.
But Wiggy, they got DJ Moore with that pick. Like they got a weapon, and like they don't even listen.
He's
I agree.
got no O-line. They're second in the NFL with the O-line as far as him being sacked. He's got no offensive line. Last year he averaged.
I thought that wasn't an excuse.
Last year he averaged about 10 to 12 rushes per game. Now he's down to like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's bad. It's less than that actually.
We dealt with this last year. When you let buffoons coach, this is what you get.
Okay, that can all be true. Like, the offensive coordinator can be a clown. The organization can suck. No arguments. Also, like, he's also not good, though. Right? I think like all of these things can be true. So like I don't even care. He can be good. It makes no impact on my life. I just think he's bad. I'd only bet the Chiefs in this game. Good luck, Scheim.
Nick, as always, a pleasure. And we'll let you get back to the Cats. And
Yeah,
we'll talk to
appreciate
you.
it.
We will talk to you again next week.
Yeah, wishing everybody-
Shaolin!
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm from Queens, man. I can't do the Shaolin thing. Wishing everybody minimal sweats winning bets. The absolute very best of luck.
All right. Check out You Better You Bet and Nick Kostos, Insider Calls presented by BetMGM. Check out all the latest lines right now on the BetMGM app.